Now, being single has many advantages. Cheaper Christmas presents, there's less laundry to do, you can sleep in the middle of the bed. However, if you find yourself exhaling and thinking, why am I single? Then let me tell you this, you can change things on your end and stop yourself being undateable by avoiding these following mistakes that you probably don't even know you are doing. Stay tuned. You are not letting go of non-relationships. If you are holding your heart space open for a certain someone, hoping that they will come back, then you are actually preventing yourself from gaining closure and then finally meeting the next person who will actually steal your heart in a nice way. If you are not in a current exclusive relationship with someone, then you need to let them go. So this applies to exes that still contact you and lead you on, or those relationships where the other person won't really talk about exclusivity. Life is too short, so get your closure and go. What you do not realize is the longer that you hold on to someone that is wrong for you, the longer time it's going to take for you to meet the right person. Keeping your ex around in general. Staying friends with an ex may work for some people, but for the majority it doesn't. And it can get, well, pretty super awkward if you start dating someone new and then they realize how close you still are to your ex. This type of thing will definitely push away your new partner and you will be back on the single scene before you know it. You do not tell people that you like them. Look, I get it. The fear of rejection is, it's horrible. It's hard to deal with. I get that. But if you are playing things off just way too cool around people that you like, well then how are they supposed to know and get the hint that you want to date them? You may be waiting for them to hold up a neon sign which flashes and says, hey, I like you. However, remember, they still have those rejection feelings too that they're trying to keep safe. So at least just make it easy for them to know that you like them. You know, some obvious flirting won't go amiss so that they know that you are interested. Being too picky. Everyone has a preference of the type of personality qualities and traits that they prefer, and people also have boundaries, and when those two come together, people refuse to date someone unless all of those boxes are ticked. But let me break this down. If you feel a vibe with someone and they do not show you any red flags or they do not break your boundaries, then there's no harm in giving them a chance. Because who really cares if they are a little shorter than you would like, or they prefer to listen to heavy metal when you like tropical house? Not working through a problem. This is pretty common for a lot of us to experience. We have a problem in a relationship and we just assume we break up instead of working it out. So remember, you shouldn't be so quick to end a relationship just because of a problem. Providing the problem is only small, you want to be able to learn to compromise. Because we're all humans, we make mistakes, it will happen, and your partner is going to let you down sometimes. Not on purpose, but it's just something that happens and you would do the same to them. Do not be too quick to claim that single crown because of a small relationship blip. Review your first date experiences. If you are going on a lot of first dates, which become the last date with that person, you need to figure out what is going wrong on these dates. There was a connection, but something's going off. Maybe you drank too much, didn't ask them enough questions, or you didn't give off any serious relationship dating vibes. Forget the romantic library scene where two people both grab the same book that's a rare book. You look up in each other's eyes and you both fall in love. Now this just is not going to happen. It's not reality. People seem to only look up nowadays when someone shouts their name at a coffee bar. So if you want to date, go out there and hang out with other singles. Try single nights, speed dating, or make it super easy and stay in your pajamas and download a dating app. Get over your hurt. We have probably all been in a bad relationship where we were not treated with care and the other person ripped out our heart and stamped all over it. And this could leave you with a bitter taste in your mouth for relationships. Hence why you probably read a lot of comments below which say women are only after one thing or all men are lying cheats, they're just the same. Just because your experience of partners has been bad, it doesn't mean that they should all be tainted by the same brush. And I hate to say this, but if your relationships all turn out the same way, maybe the problem is you and your choice of people. You can't have a relationship with someone and not expect to not get hurt. It's a risk that you have to take, and letting down your walls and being vulnerable allows people to see your attractive traits. If this is news to you, let me break it down super quick. Those of us that have dealt with less than normal upbringings may have experienced abuse, neglect, and other forms of trauma, meaning a lot of us hate being on our own. Therefore, we end up getting into a relationship with the first person that shows us interest. However, when the fireworks wear off like they do in every relationship, you will begin to notice you don't actually like the person, you were just using them to fill a void because you needed attention. Therefore, the relationship breaks down, and this can turn into a constant cycle over and over and over because you have not done your inner work to break it, which will leave you thinking every couple of months or years, "Oh man, I'm single again. How did this happen?"